Yo, yo, what's up? I can't hear you. Are you there?
How about now?
There we go. There we go. I
All
got
right.
you. Welcome back to another exciting edition of the Penalty Box Live. I'm your boy Eric Bam. That's my guy Timmy Lord. How are you today, Tim?
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I know we kicked this off with our shots on goal. So you get the honors today first, sir.
Okay. Let's see. So my shot on goal today is a shout out to athletes, owners, and agents. So Eric, you've heard of the deferred contracts, right?
Yes.
All right. So there's been some amazing deferred contracts in sports over the years. I'll give you a couple of them. Kevin Garnett, who played for the Timberwolves and the Patriots and the Celtics,
Yep.
last played in 2015. He's making $5 million a year from the Celts until 2024.
Wow.
Manny Ramirez last played in 2008.
Love Manny Ramirez.
Yeah, he's making $2 million until 2026.
Wow.
Okay. Chris Davis, who still plays for the Orioles, deferred part of his. Hey, Sean, how you doing, buddy? Deferred part of his money, and he'll be making like $3.5 million until 2032. Now, but the Mac Daddy of them all is
Bobby Bo?
Bobby Bonilla. Do you remember Bobby Bonilla? He played.
Yeah. You're talking about Bobby Bonilla Day. I know what you're getting.
Yeah. July 1st is Bobby Bonilla Day. Now, Bobby Bonilla played for the Mets. He played for St. Louis, and he played for Pittsburgh. But the Mets owed him some money. So they owed him $5.9 million. And they negotiated to start paying $1.19 million at 8% interest 10 years after he stopped playing. So Bobby Bonilla is going to be being paid 1.19 until until 2035.
Wow.
He'll be 72 years old when he gets his last payment. And because of that, his contract instead of them taking the payout for $5.9 million, comes in around $29.8 million. Now, that's just half the story. The other part of the story is the Mets kind of outsmarted themselves. They thought they would take the $5.9 million and invest it, so that they would end up on the upside.
Right.
Well, the problem was they invested it with Bernie Madoff, and the rest is
yay!
So
Yay,
that's
ownership.
Sometimes owners and agents outsmart themselves, and in this case, Bobby's laughing all the way to the bank, and Bernie is wearing stripes. That's my
Bobby Bonilla was a guy for me back in the day because I think he was came up in the mid '80s, I think, and Bobby Bonilla and Barry Bonds, were on the same team for a while with San Francisco, I believe, right?
No, it was Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. That's right.
Yeah. And he hasn't played, for the record, he hasn't played since 2000.
Yeah, I'll tell you, part of you look at athletes and you feel like some of these contracts are just absurd, stupid, but then you look at some stuff and you see guys get cut, and you look. A great example right now is Dak Prescott, who signs this big contract, and a lot of it's guaranteed. And because it's guaranteed, they're not just going to fire him out and cut him and move on. But there's potential that they could.
Well, I thought Dak took. From what I remembered over the last year, they couldn't come to an agreement.
And, I thought he did make the deal.
And so they franchised him. And
gotcha. Okay.
And then he broke his foot, and he may be done forever. So the ink isn't dry on what that story is. He may have cost himself millions of dollars.
Yeah. I love Bobby Bonilla Day every year though when it comes up. So there's Big George Henderson. So yeah, that's one of the great stories in sports, no doubt, right? So
right.
I've got the very rare triple deke shot on goal.
Okay. Ooh.
It's very rare. And a couple of them are kind of quick, and then one's a little more special. But can we treat the NFC East like they do in soccer, where if you don't perform at a certain level, they just drop you out and they put you in a minor league soccer league, but if you play really well, you can play back up into the major leagues. You know what I'm talking about? They do that soccer in Europe.
Absolutely.
The NFC East first place is the Eagles at 2-4-1. First place in the division. Come on now. I mean,
yeah.
Let's relegate that division to old school arena league ball or something. Because when you've got Daniel Jones quarterback, is it Daniel Jones quarterback for the Giants who's making an 80-yard run and falls on his own face on his own?
I couldn't believe that.
I mean, let's just fire that whole division. Just fire.
And they didn't score a touchdown.
Yeah, pretty brutal. It's like he fell over a chalk line or something. So there's first part of the triple D. Second part, maybe we'll have a little more conversation about. I'm happy for Mookie Betts that he won a World Series. Sure. But are we putting an asterisk by this Dodgers World Series win or no?
Well, I'd have to care enough to put an asterisk on it. I grew up a huge baseball fan. I think that was my first love, and then hockey. Baseball, from the, I don't know. We can debate whether baseball or the NBA is shooting themselves in the foot. Baseball because they will not think forward and change the game. And basketball for a number of other social and political reasons.
Right.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I love Mookie Betts. I wish him the best. I think that the Sox should have opened the purse strings and given him anything he wanted. It's not like it's not like they don't have the money.
Right. Well, by the way, I think regarding what you said, I think of the four major sports, NBA and NFL were the most politically charged right now. Dak Prescott took the 1 year, $31 million option versus the long-term bank. That's, I guess, Paul, you're right. And that's his problem, I guess.
Right.
But the NBA and the NFL are so politically charged right now, and they wonder why their ratings are down. And then you look at hockey and Major League Baseball. You really didn't hear much about it in Major League Baseball this year, and it's been weird for me. There's going to be no asterisk in the record book by this season, but I think fans will look at it and go, well, they only played 64 games or whatever the schedule was. Right. Just such a weird season, and just weird season all the way around. But my final, this is on goal right here. Can Wes jump back in here for a second? Wes, can you jump back in? Where you at? Wes Wyatt, can you jump back in here? Where you at? There he is. Now, I want everyone to look at this man's goatee, and I'm going to tell you why. If you go back and you watch the last 2 weeks of the show, that goatee was jet freaking black. It was dark as night. There was no moon in the sky. It was as dark as Randy Chafee's soul, because he doesn't have emotion. It was that dark. So this thing here, over here, look at the gray coming in here in like 2 weeks. So the reason why I bring that up, it was announced this week with a lot of sorrow that apparently the World Beard and Mustache Championship of 2021 that was supposed to be in Auckland, New Zealand, April 10th has been postponed.
Now things are serious.
I'm getting choked up. I mean, because I feel like, I did a little research. We had a shot this year. We had this American who had this like octopus looking thing coming out. We had a shot. This thing, if you go back and you look at the history and the record books, very European dominated. And it's time that Americans step up their beard game and really go kick some ass overseas.
Can you get beard wax and oil sponsorships? Is there money in that?
I'm sure there is because it's a professional sport. We're not talking, minor league stuff, and we're talking, we're not talking NFC East stuff here. We're talking.
Yeah, I've got the minor league thing going on.
Well, that's okay. That's okay, but it has been postponed. I did send an email to the WBMC, the World Beard and Mustache Championship. I sent them an email and asked them if they would come on our show. I did not get a response, but it's sad, and it's COVID. It's COVID. purely
Right.
COVID. And so,
Yeah,
that's my final shot on goal.
Right. On a serious note, the Boston Marathon already canceled next year's race. So
Yeah, saw that. Thank you, Wes, for joining. If you want to go back and watch, you can see how dark Wes's beard was a couple weeks ago, and I would challenge anybody on here to go back and maybe screenshot that bad boy and side by side, because I mean, I'm telling you, dark is Randy Chafee's soul. I'm just it just was. So
awesome.
So I guess we've got a guest today, and I think he's in the house.
There he is.
There he is. Man, look at that. Look at that. Wes, don't start the clock yet. Jesse, you get 5 minutes in the penalty box, so you have to make them count. But we will, after Tim introduces him, then we'll start the clock on him. He could get the very rare double major today and maybe get 10 minutes in the box. We'll see.
Ooh.
We'll see. He is holding an axe, so well, the show is violent.
Hey, good morning, Doctor. How are you today?
Good morning to you two. How are you? Very nice to be on and see you guys. How you doing? Thank you.
I'm doing great. So Jesse and I met recently via a virtual commencement project we did for a college. And right away, I knew Jesse was the kind of guy that I was going to want to talk to, early on. We text each other back and forth. But Jesse, I'll let you do a little self-introduction before we start the clock on you, because no one can do it like you can.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Allow myself to introduce myself. I'm the machine. I am a master chainsaw sculptor. I play in a band. I'm a writer. And more importantly, more pressing for the now, I'm a speaker. I'm a motivational speaker. I go to schools, all ages. My show is called Chainsaws, Cheeseburgers, and Rock and Roll. Chainsaws, Cheeseburgers, and Rock and Roll. And it will blow your mind.
Cool.
Love it. Well, I guess, Tim, Wes, if you want to start the clock, I'm going to come at you with the first hard-hitting question, okay?
Wait. Is it about beards? Because I heard you guys talking about all the beard competitions, and I have something to contribute to that.
Well, bring it. What do you got?
Beards.
I like beards.
When American Chainsaw, my show first went on the air, I got solicited within months of like 3 different beard competitions. Wanting me to come and be a judge. I thought that was like one of the coolest, most memorable parts of the process.
This is your freaking man's man, dude. I mean, you walk around with a chainsaw, you got a cutoff, you got, your arm, your gun's just hanging out. You probably ate a cheeseburger for breakfast. I mean, life's pretty good, right?
I had a cheeseburger for breakfast, and I can't complain beyond the average what everybody's complaining about these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So here's my question for you, and this is kind of obviously kind of a joke, but kind of serious. Do any of the tree huggers of the world come out and ask you, do you ever plant a tree? I mean, do you get yelled at for that once in a while?
No, I've never been asked that question.
Freaking plant a tree, Jesse.
I would love to. I only have but a half acre or so here.
Yeah.
I'm all for planting trees. I'm a big hiker, and I love trees. I hate litter. I love trees. Woodsy the owl, all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
So Jesse, where do you find the wood that you turn into art?
Well, mostly I get it from this one place down in Bellingham, the town next to me, called the Firewood Shop. Any place that any tree removal service has a surplus of logs that they're otherwise going to ship off to be milled or burned. So I have a good relationship where they'll let me come down and just literally climb the mountain and pick out the juiciest, most delicious one, and I'll save that one, and they'll pick it off the mountain for me and put it down, and I buck it and put it in my trailer and send me on my way. It's a terrific symbiotic. Extend the life of the tree beyond the life of the tree type of thing.
Now, when you look at a piece of wood, does it scream to you what it's going to be?
Yeah, man.
It does.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything starts with my client's order. You know what I'm saying? Like I see a blank canvas. I like to be told what to do with that blank canvas, and then from there I go deep in thought. And try to just figure it out, and then the wood will tell me, which way to go to achieve what we're trying to achieve.
That's cool. That's cool. One of the questions I had for you, Jesse, is do you I'm in sales. Tim runs a marketing agency. You go out, you make a pitch. You go out, you make a presentation. you walk away from it and you go, golly, I sucked at that. I mean, I'm sure you have, wood sculptures that you're like, I'm really proud of this. Do you have some that you're like, yeah, that they liked it, but you knew you could have done better?
Of sculptures?
Yeah.
No, I thought you were asking me for. I thought you were going to ask me for times when sales pitches went bad.
Did you ever make a sculpture that you're just like, it was okay, but it wasn't great?
No, I'm perfect.
He's like, boom, no.
That is good.
Jesse gets a double major just for that answer. I love it.
Any company that hires me to create their essence in image, something that's it's a mascot, it's a landmark, it's the thing that everyone's going to want to take their picture with for the next however many years, could be forever. I'm perfect, and you should definitely hire me to do your perfect chainsaw sculptures.
I love it.
That is the most honest answer I can give.
That's amazing. So you have rubbed elbows with some famous people over the years, from the WWE to ESPN to I don't know. Why don't you? The question I have is, who is the coolest person other than yourself? Because I get it. That you've done a sculpture for, and who's the biggest DB, if you can say that?
I don't know that I had. On TV, we made it look like there was some DBs that were actually just friends of mine that were playing along, that's all part of the amazing story of chainsaws, cheeseburgers, and rock and roll, which is the most true Hollywood story you would ever read or hear. But as far as awesome people goes, I've had a lot, and you named some of my top ones, because I've had everything from I've had moving experiences, I've had big experiences, I've had major exposure experiences. The WWE is always a favorite. But everything that you know and everything that's on my website, themachine.JesseGreen.com.
Great.
Cool. Go ahead, Tim. Go ahead.
No, good.
Well, I was going to ask you, Jesse, I feel like I would have arrived as a man. And did you arrive as a man? Like you were like, this is it. This is the pinnacle of manlyhood. When your band, the Fever Dream, had chicken wings named after them. I mean, that's just incredible, right?
That happened. I can't believe that. Kudos to you for knowing that. My band, Fever Dream, got hot wings named after us at Parker's Pub in Rentham, Massachusetts.
What bar is it at? Where is it at?
It's at Parker's Pub in Rentham, Massachusetts. They have the Fever Dream wings.
And what's the flavor of them?
I see that they're a honey mustard and hot sauce blend. It's not that far from me. I used to live right over there. So I'm gonna at some point I want to take a swing down and sample the Fever Dream wings. But I know people who have, and they say it's amazing.
Now, when you eat wings, are you a flapper guy? Are you a drum guy? What's your take on wings?
I honestly would prefer the nugget style of like not bone out wings because or rather
so adult chicken nuggets.
Yeah, because why do I need to get messier than I'm already going to get?
I mean, and who's going to call you out on that? I mean, do you walk into Buffalo Wild Wings with an axe? You're like, give me some chicken nuggets. No one's going to say anything.
I have a gift certificate to them that I've been sitting on for about 2 years that I just resurfaced it. I'm like, I don't really want to go there, but I want to go to Parker's Pub to get Fever Dream wings. That's for sure.
You need to for sure.
So
I want to tell you how honored I feel to get this doubleheader because I haven't seen anybody else get it.
You're the first one.
I watched the clock tick down and I went, I don't know if they're going to do it or if I'm out of the box.
You're good.
You're good. So, Jesse, it's not a secret that you like cheeseburgers. And we have a lot of friends, and I don't know if Alan is on here. We have a friend named Alan who was last week's guest, who is a big cheeseburger fan. So from where you're at right now, within 100 miles, where's the best cheeseburger?
I got a standing ovation for this answer at North Andover Middle School last year. And the answer, and I've been all over the country, and I've had every different kind of burger place that there is advertised to be. I've had everything. And I'm telling you right now, on my cheeseburger honor, the best cheeseburger there is going anywhere is Five Guys.
Really? I've still never, there's 2 of 3 of them here where I live, and I've never been to one.
Never?
Nope.
Now you're in Oklahoma, yeah, man?
Yeah, I'm in Oklahoma, and I'm also a pizza guy. So I eat a lot of pizza, but I need to go get a Five Guys.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. Your area, your stretch is in my book, Chainsaws, Cheeseburgers, and Rock and Roll, because I rolled down 44 like a rocket sled on the rails. Went right through Oklahoma City, right above you. Spent the night at Elk City Loves in Elk City, Oklahoma, and I had cheeseburgers in Oklahoma, man.
Nice. All right, I like it. I like you even more now, Jesse.
Well, I like you guys. I like your. Is that your real name, Bam, or is that a screen name?
No, that's the real name. Yeah, pretty cool.
That's a blessing. That is awesome.
It is. It is. You know, speaking of blessings, how far out of your league is your wife? Because I looked at her on Facebook, and she's a Stone Cold Smoke Show dude.
Thank you very much. She's going to be tickled that you said that, and as far as I'm concerned, she's way out of my league.
Yeah. Did she marry you to take your last name? Because she's got a really long maiden name, doesn't she?
That is a fact of life that she often will tell our daughter. You know, we have to work to spell out her last name for people, and now it's just me.
Nice.
So you recently became a doctor, and I was going to save this question for the OT, and we can probably talk about that. But how did that come about? Can you give us I know that you're talented because I've seen your work, but how did you become a doctor at a college that you attended briefly?
No, I didn't attend there. Great question. What happened is the senior class last year wanted me to be their commencement speaker. And the school initially said, no, we do it from this traditional kind of list of these people. And then the seniors this year were really pushed for it. They said, no, we want this. And the school said, no. And they said, no, we want this. And they said, okay. So I got a call from the president inviting me to do it. And I thought it was just that. I was just giving a commencement speech. And then, I'm watching the clock, man. I'm watching the clock, baby. They said, we want you to do this. And then my cousin's husband said, don't they give doctorates or something like that? And I said, what? Next thing you know, there I was, like I got sent a proof and it said, I can receive honorary Doctor of Arts, Jesse Green. And I was like, well, that's something amazing.
I would never sign my name any different for the rest of your life.
With 17 seconds left to go, belated happy birthday to you. It was recently your birthday. And for everyone, go watch his commencement speech and we'll post it because it's absolutely incredible. You did a great job.
Thanks, man.
So,
all right. We will talk to you on the other side.
There we go. Great. He's gone.
Yep.
First double major. That was a good one.
Yep. Well done, Wes.
Wes didn't fire him out of there quick enough, though. What do you think?
Yeah, we're gonna have to dock his pay.
Last week we had in the OT we had Wes with a knife and Alan pull out a bigger knife and then talk about shooting him from 5 football fields away. I can only imagine how this is going to go in the OT. So there's just no telling. So, well, I guess we'll wrap today's show up with maybe some final thoughts. Timmy, Wes, you guys got any final thoughts for the day?
I'll let Wes go first.
I'm absolutely good. I'm going to let you guys talk. I'll talk in overtime maybe.
Good. Well, Wes, you're feeling better, which is great. And Sean McElvaney is watching. Great to see you. Great to see George today. Everybody on watching. And please share this if you don't mind. Speaking of a guy who's married to a girl out of his league, there's Sean McElvaney and his wife, no doubt. But good show. And I'm just telling you, we need to get rid of the NFC East.
Yeah, I agree with you. The worst thing that could happen to wrap that up is because sports, and this is 2020, is if let's just pretend that the Eagles win that division. If they make any kind of run in the playoffs, I quit.
Right. Quit sports.
Right.
Quit sports. By the way, I'm selling merch now. If anybody wants one of my, you can pick those up at bigweek.com.
Can you kick him out of the show for that? All right.
Yeah, I'm gone. Well, we're gonna run. Everybody have a great week. We'll do our OT with Jesse right now, and then we'll post that tomorrow. And you can catch more of Jesse tomorrow because he is pretty cool. So, other than Tim, Wes, guys, be incredible.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
Eric, I think we had one thing that we need to talk about. Who's on next week?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Next week, we got 2 things to talk about. I want to thank our sponsor, Woodstock Inn and Brewery. They've got an amazing special coming up for this fall. If you guys want to get away, $89 a night, and their beer. What more? But next week we've got a amazing woman, Jennifer Hooper. Now, Jennifer and I met several years ago through an IT company. She's a copywriter and just spectacular. But she recently got remarried, and she lived up in Bangor. And her husband have a YouTube channel called The Complex Couple. And they're going to be traveling around the country in a decked out Sprinter van, writing their own books and basically chronicling their journey. So I'm really looking forward to having Jennifer on next week, and I think you guys will all enjoy her.
No doubt, no doubt. And if you want to do a live and you need to hire someone to produce your show, Wes Wyatt is your guy. He's amazing.
Absolutely. Thanks,
Wes. Super great. Super great. All right. We'll see you all later. Have a great day.
Take care.